These are things that I did not know with my first child. I also did not know them with my second child. I had a C-section twice. So I had a C-section the first time in 2020, in the middle of COVID, and then I had a second C-section in 2022. So I'm a C-section, I'm a multiple C-section mama. What I would love, because I am a C-section mom, I would love it if you did have a vaginal birth, that you drop some truths that people did not tell you in the comment section below, because this could be a really great wealth of knowledge for someone who is in that 4th trimester that really needs assistance. So please, let's all jump in and give, even if you are a C-section mom, if you feel like there's something that would be a great addition to this list, please drop it in the comments below, okay? So let's go ahead and get into this video. Postpartum truth number 1. I'll be yelling this whole video. I would be yelling this entire video because I'm angry. Not because I'm angry, but I feel like, dang, why didn't nobody tell me this? So the postpartum truth number 1 is breastfeeding burns calories, but it also makes you really hungry. So I was told the first and the second pregnancy, oh, you'll be fine. You'll lose the weight because you're breastfeeding. Or people be like, are you breastfeeding? And I'd be like, yeah. They'd be like, oh, you breastfeeding burns so many calories. Yeah, but it also makes you really, really hungry. So it really doesn't help. Like, it doesn't help if you're burning extra calories, but then you're also eating back those calories. And to be honest, you should be eating back those calories, not only because you need your milk production to stay, sustain and or increase depending on like your situation, but you also want to eat back those calories because you need them. Like, your eating is sporadic, your sleep is sporadic, you're probably not working out, which you shouldn't be in the first 6 weeks anyway, or until your doctor clears you, you shouldn't be working out. So nutrition becomes super, super important during that 4th trimester, not just the first 6 weeks, but during that 4th trimester. Side note, when I'm saying 4th trimester, scientifically, they define that as the 3 months after you give birth. But when I'm saying 4th trimester, I mean anyone who is 2 years or less postpartum. So if you've got a 2-year-old or younger, you are still in the 4th trimester. You still need care. You still need to be working on your pelvic floor. Nutrition is like so important, and your hormones are not regulated. So I consider it to be 2 years or less. Number 2, the second postpartum truth that no one told me is if you don't ask for help, you might not get it, or you might not get it the way you want it. I thought that, okay, I'm having a baby. I just grew an entire human being. If I need help, you should be reading my mind. My mama, you should be reading my mind. My partner, you should be reading my mind. Like, you should know exactly what it is that I need, and you should be providing that thing. Whether it's, oh, let me hold the baby so you can go sleep, or, oh, let me make you something to eat. Let me bring you some food. Like, those things, I just thought, like, it's obvious, like a dur. I just went through, and not only did I just have a baby, I just went through major surgery. Okay. They just cut through layers and layers and layers and layers of my abdomen. You should be doing everything for me. That was me. Okay. And I'm a spoiled girl. I understand that. But if you do not actually ask for help and you do not communicate, this is what I consider to be help. This is how I would like to be helped. Can you do this for me? This for me, this for me. If you're not literally delegating, you may not receive the help. Or if you do receive the help, it may not be the way that you want it. And I wish somebody would have told me, by the way, not only should you have a birth plan, you should also have a postpartum care plan. The third postpartum truth that no one tells you is that emotional roller coasters are normal. They are going to happen. But no one told me that. So I thought I was going crazy. The only thing they told me was take this assessment, and if you have postpartum depression, we'll know. But we really can't do anything about it either unless you go to therapy. Like, it was just, the whole thing emotional wise was so loose. Like, what is the point? And this is me complaining about postpartum care. What is the point of you telling me my hormones are not going to be regulated for up to 1 to 2 years, but then also not offering me any type of support, whether it's therapy and or coaching? For some of you, it's going to be therapy. You're going to need to go backwards and talk about your childhood and talk about how you grew up in your upbringing and limiting beliefs that you may be having that are now arising as you are coming into motherhood or motherhood of multiples. But for some of you, it's not therapy. For a lot of you, it's coaching. It's how do I move forward from here? How do I now take this new identity of it's not just me, it's me as a mom, or it's me as a mom of 2 children. And now I have this responsibility of raising these kids and bringing them up in a certain way. Like, you think about all that when you're postpartum. And so the coaching support that's needed in the postpartum care portion of motherhood for that first 2 years is like severely lacking in the healthcare system. Okay. It's severely lacking. And it's hard. Like, let's just be straight up. It's very hard. There's a lot of things that you have to figure out yourself because you don't have the support and because there is not this like truth light shed. But emotional roller coasters are going to be normal. You don't have to feel crazy about it. You don't have to be like, why am I crying all the time? I shouldn't be crying all the time. Why am I angry? I shouldn't be angry. Because that's literally what I went through. It was like I was having all these emotions and I was telling myself I shouldn't feel this way. Logically, I shouldn't feel this way. I should just be happy that I made it through this experience and that I'm healthy and I have a healthy baby. Because that's literally what people say to you. They're like, oh, as long as you have a healthy baby. Okay, but I am in pieces right now. Okay, emotionally, I am broken right now. And you're telling me that just because I had a healthy baby, I should be okay. And then you start feeling guilty and you have mom guilt and you have shame. And then like all these emotions just pile on. But it's scientific. Right? It's hormonal. A lot of it is hormonal based. A lot of it is if I just had someone to talk to, it would be easier for me to ride this emotional roller coaster, knowing that just because I'm feeling the emotions doesn't mean I have to sit in the emotion all day. It doesn't mean that I have to allow the emotions to be in the driver's seat. You know what I mean? So that's one of the truths that I wasn't told that I wish I would have been told. And I didn't find it out until later on after my second birth. Like, until I started studying myself, I had no awareness of a lot of these things. The fourth postpartum truth that no one tells you is that you might snap back in a different body, okay? You might snap back in a different body. So if you don't work out through pregnancy, then your body's not gonna snap back into your pre-pregnancy body. The first time I didn't have this issue. The second time I had this issue. So the first time I worked out throughout my pregnancy, it was pre-COVID. I was in like really good shape. I stayed in shape. I stayed walking. I ate a really nutrient dense diet. I was like so serious about it the first go round that when I had dropped my baby and I started working out, it's like my body went like boom. It was like 3 months. Your girl is back in tip top shape. And that's how I got pregnant again. The second time I did not work out through pregnancy. So the snapback was a little bit harder. And when I lost weight, I struggled to lose weight for a very long time the second time. And because I was going through a lot of things emotionally. But when I lost weight, my body was different. It wasn't the same. I just came back into my body. Like the body that y'all see right now, the before and after transformations, like my before is not right after I had a baby. My before is like 18 months after I had my baby. So I stayed in my pregnancy body for another 18 months after I gave birth. And so your snapback is really going to depend on how you treat your body during pregnancy. And I wish somebody would have told me that. Last postpartum truth that I'm going to share with you guys today that no one tells you is that walks with your baby is the best way to ease back into movement. Invest in a good stroller, a stroller with good wheels. Invest in a jogging stroller. If you've got multiples, invest in a wagon. I've literally had all three: a single stroller, a jogging stroller, a double stroller, and a wagon. I still have the wagon because I got a 3-year-old and a 5-year-old. And sometimes it's like, just get in the wagon because I need you guys to be in a controlled, contained space. When we go somewhere, I need you to be in a controlled, contained space. But invest in those things because going on walks with your kids is not only going to be good for your mental health, your vitamin D, getting out in the sun, your emotional well-being. It's also going to be really great for easing you back into the workouts that you were doing prior to pregnancy, and it's going to help you with your snapback. It's also great for your kids. They're getting fresh air. they're going to get a really great nap in. It's great bonding time. It's something where it's like, I don't have to ask someone to come babysit. I can just go outside and do this with my son, with my daughter, whatever, with my kids. So I highly recommend doing that. And that is the last postpartum truth that I have for you today. I enjoyed recording this video. Let me know if you guys have any questions or comments in the description box, in the comment section below. Let me know if you have any questions, and I will see y'all in the next video. Bye, y'all.